Today we're going to talk about, is there a Bitcoin bear trap? Is it set? This is very possible. Let's take a look at what some of the analysts are saying, and this definitely is a pattern that we have seen in the past when we didn't reach all-time highs. Remember, our last all-time high in the market before was 70,000, just shy of 70,000, about 69,000. So traditionally, the all-time high from each 4-year cycle has tripled or more for the next all-time high. So going from 69,000 to 109,000 is not even doubling. So, history rhymes, it doesn't repeat, as they say. I don't think the cycle of Bitcoin has changed that much. I mean, we've seen much more than 3x from one all-time high to the next all-time high. The Daily Hodl tells us Bitcoin bottom in. The economist Alex Kruger says that this is a potential bear trap, and here are the targets. So what he says here, and this is probably the freshest article out there that I could find, that we tapped the $78,000 level. Of course, came right back up very quickly, back into the $80,000 range. As you know, I have been buying Bitcoin every single day. So, geez, how in the world did that happen? You gotta be kidding me. Sorry about that. This thing is tied into so much stuff now. I let my kids use this, and they control it, even though I don't want them to when they're not here. All right, so here it is. You've got Alex Kruger here. He has over 200,000 followers. He told them on X that the crypto asset, Bitcoin, that the bottom, if it's in, it will march back to 92,000. Now, we haven't seen that yet, but we are up to 84, 85. So there is some good stuff going on. The bear trap is when the price goes low enough to convince the bears to sell or go short before reversing in the opposite direction of their positions. So that is something that is set up right now. He says here, Bitcoin did lose its prior range by a wide margin. It was indeed a bottom. We would expect it to trade up to 89 to 92,000, fall back into the 80s, 1,000 level again, and fill a new range. Above 92,000, you have a bear trap. He says, good year for active traders still ahead. The economist says there's multiple factors contributing to Bitcoin's severe correction, but believes the flagship crypto asset remains in a bull market. So, typically, we have seen corrections of 30 to 40% before a bull market all-time high. This is very, very standard. So, I would not be surprised to see that happen. The marketperiodical.com tells us a Bitcoin whale accumulation resumes as 26,430 Bitcoin flow in, buying the dip, with a question mark here. Godfrey McRaring tells us all about it. This news is a couple days old. And there are still a lot of outflows on the ETFs, but people like myself and others are buying right now. You will do a research, if you do a research on Bitcoin price right now and the market, and you look at the last week, you're going to see all the major news channels, Forbes, NBC, business news, those type of things, they are going to be giving a very negative look on the crypto market. In the past, the mainstream news, when they start panicking, this is usually And this is not investing advice. This is just what I've seen cycle after cycle after cycle. Usually, that's like the best time to get in. It's just about ready to go the opposite direction within a short period of time, as in not a year, but days, weeks, maybe months or longer. Hopefully sooner, but we'll have to see what the time schedule is on this. Whale inflows exceeded the 26,430 BC Bitcoins. Accumulation as the price declines. Technical analysis suggests Bitcoin is in wave 5. Now, if you're not familiar with the Elliott wave pattern, there are cycles to the Elliott wave pattern where you have these dips and these drops. We just talked about those. Those can go from 20 typically to 30%, even as high as 40%, right before the all-time highs kick in. So, Shane and Khara reaffirmed Bitcoin's forecast, predicting a 1,030% surge following the recent price fluctuation and market fear. So that would be, I believe, about a 10x, right? So if we go down to 80,000, he's thinking it could go up that much. I don't know. I don't know if it'll go that high. My all-time high is 180,000 or more is what I am estimating we will see on the all-time peak. It won't last long at that level, but that's what I think will happen. Bitcoin experienced a sharp decline at the start of the week, 96,000 to 94,000. That was Monday. Of course, like I said, this article is a few days. Now we've actually plummeted, as it says, Tuesday, plummeted to 88, and then plummeted to 80, the mark after a rejection of 90 back to 88, and now we've seen it drop all the way down to 78 for a short blip. So, there is a decline. Whale accumulation suggests Bitcoin institutional interest. Now, there's articles, I'm not going to read them all to you tonight, but BlackRock is actually looking at a huge, huge inflow of Bitcoin purchasers through their ETFs and things like that as they open up to wider markets, and as they are promoting people to put a larger percentage of their investments into the ETF. So this is going to happen, not right now, maybe so much, but as they promote it and the price starts to come up, people will start piling in again. Crypto Quant says the whales have pumped more than 20,000 Bitcoin in buying activity and reached an inflow of 26,430 Bitcoin, which crossed the above threshold on over-the-counter deals. Long-term custody moves suggesting institutional investors are accumulating Bitcoin. So this is long-term faith in Bitcoin for the most part, and it is going to continue. The Elliott wave here, it shows that we are in wave 5. If you look at this chart right here, it says that wave 2 was sharp by the principle of alternation. Wave 4 is expected to be flat, now qualifies as an expanded flat after dropping below 89,000. The oscillating between the trend line formed by weekly closes, dash, and weekly highs solid. So I don't know if you can see this right now, but we are looking at this huge jump right in here as the possibility of coming out of this Elliott wave pattern into the 5th cycle. It talks about wave 3, wave 4 again, this descending wedge, and a bullish breakout which happened in the market between 2022 and early 2023, and wave 5 indicates Bitcoin may begin a powerful price advance. So some of the things that they talk about in the base 4 breakout, it could drive a swift price increase that reaches toward a macro peak. A parabolic breakout to the analysis target of 290,000 or higher would require the price to surpass the upper resistant trend line. Sell line ascends or aligns with previous Elliott wave extensions, making a potential long-term price target. Conversely, if Bitcoin fails to hold key support levels, then this could, of course, fall, and we could lose that support, and we could see Bitcoin actually go down even lower, back into the low 70s. But that is probably not going to happen, hopefully, because we're seeing that we're already bouncing back. So, yeah, I mean, there are some huge predictions here that they feel even $1 million is still in the cards within the next year. So if that's going to happen or not, I don't know. It would be interesting. They talk about the Trump factor, but the fact is that there is indications that we are still in a bull market. This is a bear trap, and we could see some much bigger gains. So the reality is, let's look at the market. If you're still with me, please like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm not putting out videos every single day now, so you can see our market cap, total market capitalization of the coins that are listed, the main coins, has fallen below $3 trillion. So altcoins have lost a ton of money. That's why they are really hurting right now. I talked about those in the last stream. You might want to look at that. That's still relative information. Top gainers there, Libra, Oregon Dog, Fortra. I don't know anything about those coins. Bitcoin, 85,000. We are down for the hour, down for the 24, down for the 7-day. Of course, when you look over just a few months, we're still up. So, I mean, you know, if you've been buying Bitcoin for more than a year, you should be not doing that bad. If you look at my last video I sent out a couple days ago, I talk about my holdings and what my major accounts have done that I have been investing with. So you can check that out. Green, it looks like BNB is up a little bit. Chainlink is up a little bit. Litecoin is not doing bad, actually. It's up. Avalanche is up a little bit on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is an indication that some people are buying on these good deals. Hyperliquid up a tiny bit. WealthCoin, Bitcoin Cash up a bit. Pretty good, actually, 0.6, a little higher than a lot of them. Uniswap up a tiny bit. So see, these ones that are up a little bit, these are people that are buying in at what they see as a deal. These are the people who are in there for the long term. So let's look at the time chain block calendar. This tells us when the next happening is, how many blocks until that happens, and then most importantly, it tells us that we can get 1,165 Satoshis for $1 US right there. What a deal, right? Anytime you get over 1,000 Satoshis, which is a part of a Bitcoin, which is 100 million pieces of a Bitcoin. Each one of those little pieces is a Satoshi. All right, price prediction, 5-day, 97,000. Now that is what we need to hold this Elliott wave pattern that sets us up for the all-time high to still be in play this market season, this year. So the 1 month is 124. The 3 month is 157. The fact that these are still up indicates that we are in a still bull market position. All right. The altcoin season index, 24%. This is because it is very, very, altcoins have just bled, hemorrhaged out everything. Now is the time to double down on good projects that you believe in, or I don't know, I'm not going with the super risky projects right now. I mean, that could still be a play, but I'm putting into some of the top coins that have a little bit more stronger use case. Yes, there could still be money to be made in meme coins, and I still have some meme coins. If you look at my video from a couple days ago, you'll see that. Fear and greed, 22%. We were down like 2% the other day, or 10% the other day. This typically is an indication that we are about to go up, 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 and away again. So it doesn't stay down in that level very long before it picks up and goes to much greater highs again. So this is a very temporary condition. It's not going to last a year, I don't believe. It's not going to last 6 months, I don't believe. Will it last a few months? I hope not. Will it last days? I hope we see something in the next couple weeks, but that remains to be seen. Bitcoin spot and margin longs pushed Bitcoin to 85,000, but the bottom isn't in yet. Here is some more positive news that I am looking at that tells us we are still in we still have new market highs to be achieved, and that the Bitcoin price can rocket up quite quickly. We know Bitcoin's 85,000, says so right there. This is Cointelegraph.com article. High Strike, head of options and crypto trading, JJ took a different view, noting Coinbase spot bids were filled, representing the first flip of bids overweighing an ask since September bottom at 52,000. So you can see the price is up quite a bit. All of these people betting against the market could actually turn against them and push the market up quite a bit. This is something that we've seen before, and Bitcoin rebounds to 84,000. Analysts say BTC crash was an ultimate buy signal. From a technical perspective, charted analysis, Axel Kibar described Bitcoin sweep to 78,000 as a sharp retest, but declined to say whether the price bottom had been achieved. Momentum and technical traders should note that the Bitcoin Daily Relative Strength Index remains deeply oversold territory. That means price could go up. And despite the strength of today's rebound, the daily candlestick pattern of lower highs and lower lows, failure to establish a daily closed candlestick that generates a higher high could be an early sign that the downward trend is not yet complete. So, according to this, we could see another dip in the market before going up. But I think there is a great possibility we are going to see some people lose a lot of money in their trading adventures. So I don't want that. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I have another little news thing that might be interesting to you if you're looking at a coin that might be added to Coinbase. That could be a potential for some profit if you get in early. I have not done research on this, but this is a hot topic, something that you might want to research. Not investing advice, but the BitTimes.com newsletter tells us here just day before yesterday, the AI-focused altcoin avoided the crypto market downtick after being added to Coinbase listing roadmap. So this means that it could be listed. It's the DAO cookie aims to serve as an index and data layer for AI agents. They show that the price was 0.215 at the time of writing, and crypto market by comparison is down 5%, while nearly 16% in the last 7 days, according to CoinGecko. Cookie listing roadmap after Binance rolled out support for the asset back in January. The Cookie DAO operator, Cookie.fund, says the largest and crypto's first AI agent index. So some excitement, some hype on this. Could be a potential for some money there. It says based on data feeds, the primary infrastructure for Cookie for agent-driven reality allows agents and builders to plug into data feeds directly through AI APIs. Cookie DAO works with agents and frameworks such as Virtuals, Top Hat, auto-listing agents launched on the framework and providing data APIs for the main virtual app. So basically this is a big use case for AI, and Cookie has a lot going for it. and I might look into it. I have not bought any. I don't know if I will, but I have heard a lot of it from other people, so I thought I would share that with you and see if you're looking for a hot coin that could be listed on Coinbase very soon. This might be something to investigate. So that's all I got for you right now. Probably won't talk to you for a while. Have a great week, and let's hope the market rebounds soon. That is all I have. Goodbye.